Well, the next time I go to make a mallet, it should just take an evening after getting all the tools out here and going finally. It's crazy how a tiny little project, how much that can really, how involved a little project like this can get. Okay, let's see if we can break them off now. Almost there. No, I think we're good there, guys. Trim them clean. Not too shabby. There we go. Finished mallet. I'll give you guys the close-up. Alright, well, that light is a little bright. So I get a decent fit there. I tuned in that dado sled a little bit better. So we got better shoulders on it. Let's see. Not too bad, I'd say. There. Proper woodworking mallet, finally. Oh, it is nice and warm by this wood stove. So, there we have it. There's a proper woodworking mallet. I had I can't remember the exact verbiage of the comment, but that was the one that shamed me into doing a nice mallet. The guy was a prick about it, but I don't care about that. It was just funny. It's like, man, I'm reading his comments, like I'm thinking, man, this guy is an asshole. You know, who takes the time? But so I got thinking about, it's like, you know, guy has a good point. He goes, how can you make nice things when you have shit tools? Well, I can tell you, been doing it for years that way. Never, I'll be perfectly honest with you, I've never made a proper woodworking mallet before. This is actually the first one. I've always just made my little firewood mallets, and they've always worked fine. I've turned a few on the lathe over the years, kind of the baton style mallets, and I don't care for those very much. And you know, I've been using the firewood mallets forever. I just always, that's what I always use. So it's going to be kind of different having a nice one to work with, but at the same time, I know how I am with these things. I'll probably be rebuilding it in a month. For one, this maple is a fairly straight grain wood, which it's probably not the best choice, but it does have good weight to it. So we'll poly it up or oil it or something. We'll seal it all up nice, but especially on the end grains, things like that. So anyway, there she is. I'd say it came out well. It's kind of funny this is a tiny, minuscule little project, and I've been working on it all week long. And most of that was, it's like, well, you know, we started out, I need to make good square holes in this. I don't feel like doing the Forstner bit and chisel bit. Well, you do have a hollow chisel mortiser. Why don't you pull that out of the shop? So that started it all off right there. Pulled that out of the old pit of despair, brought it in here, oiled it up, got it going again. And then it's like, you know, you're sitting here cutting these tenons by hand. Wouldn't it be a lot easier if you had your dado blades out here and your big table saw? So that was another two-night excursion getting that set up. And we made the 3 nights if you count the dado sled. I did fine-tune the fence on that. So as you can see, the shoulders on this dado or on the tenon are really nice and tight to the whole mallet. So that's kind of just minuscule little adjustments is all it takes. So then that led into, well, I want to cut the shape of this handle up. Do I want to sit there on the shaving horse with the draw knife on this? This is pretty hard, dry maple. I mean, this stuff's really dry. Sitting there thinking, do I really want to sit there and try to ride that out by hand? I'll be all weekend messing around with this handle. Well, might as well get the scroll saw out because we've got to rebuild the bandsaw, and that has to come out pretty soon because the bandsaw is actually a quite needed tool out here. And that led to, well, wouldn't it be nice if you had your sander so you could finish shaping it? So that's where we're at. I could already tell you I'm going to have to, definitely going to have to build more benches out here because that little one I built over there is really running out of real estate fast. So in the days to come, this weekend we're going to be getting back on the planer stand because I really want to get that finished. I'd like to get something done. Granted, we did get something done, but it's just a small project, but a necessary one. I've got another one of these to make. It's going to go out to a friend out in South Dakota. I've got the other pieces cut, but I'm not going to do that on camera. Maybe just when it's all said and done. But so anyway, that's her. We'll get going on that this weekend. We'll have all kinds of fun. We'll see what tomorrow brings. I've got to go into work tomorrow to work on a monster boiler that is having some problems today. The customer called me tonight and says it's needs that done. I make it a habit. I don't run the camera at my job. For one, I'd look kind of funny to the customers sitting there talking to you guys, and they may not appreciate that too much. And secondly, I do that stuff all day long. Once in a while, I'll throw some pictures up on Instagram of what I'm working on at work, you know. And but I think I've run the camera at work twice. I think once was last January. I was up on a roof, freezing my ass off, brazing refrigerant lines for air conditioning units in January. And then another time I was working on rack refrigeration at a Walmart, which is refrigeration racks. It's where you've got a bunch of really big refrigeration compressors all piped together running an entire grocery store. So I did show that. That's on an old video if I can find it, because it's even hard for me to find all the videos. If I can find it, I'll throw that link, those 2 videos down below in the description. You guys can see them. Another thing I'm contemplating doing, and you guys let me know in the comments what you think of this, if it's a good idea or not. We have so many old videos now. I mean, we have, we're closing in on 350 uploads. So we have quite a bit. And I know I'm kind of getting long-winded here. But I was thinking about, there's a lot of new viewers since a lot of those videos came out. And a lot of people have trouble actually finding those videos because the way the YouTube works, if I go to my channel page and I look at videos, I only see a certain amount of the videos. I don't see them all. It doesn't go right back to the beginning. There's a few that are in playlists. Those will take you back. Those keep the old videos on it. But some of the other stuff, a lot of you guys haven't seen because it's older. I'm thinking about maybe, let's say on a Wednesday, and I guess we'll give you a fair heads up for the regular viewers who have seen all this already, just so you're not watching the same video over again. I might start throwing up one of the old uploads, re-uploading it, just so it's a little more fresh, a little more current, and maybe we'll call it a Wednesday Rewind or something. But you guys let me know what you think of that, because I don't want to alienate you guys with a bunch of old content, but thought it'd be nice for some of those videos for the newer viewers who haven't been around that long. You guys can kind of see, go back a ways, you know, before the injury and before everything else, because I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We do have a finished product. How about that? I will catch you guys on the next one.